What's up, selectors? It's Select Screen here. Thank you for joining me on the Select Screen podcast. If you would, go over to linktr.ee/Select Screen, follow us, and subscribe over there. I'm ready. You're ready. Let's go. What's up, selectors? It's Select Screen here, back with another awesome podcast. I have three brand new co-hosts that I want to bring on. We're going to be talking about everything Marvel. Full spoilers here. You guys have to be ready and prepared for this. Obviously, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man, everything. If you guys saw my reaction video over on TikTok and YouTube and everything that is out on social media, you know how I feel about the trailer. But I brought three of my closest, best Marvelites to talk to you guys about this for this podcast, man. And I think you're going to enjoy this. If you don't, something's wrong with you. You should still subscribe to the podcast anyway, because it's going to be awesome. It's going to be super, super awesome. So check us out at linktr.ee/Select Screen. We are on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, the Cash App. I'm going to say that again, the Cash App. At $5elect5creen. And I want to welcome in, you guys may know them, you may not, but you should get to know them. One of the coolest couples I know. Welcome the Logans in. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I know they're cut off. And my guy and your guy. Shout out to Saintboy Reggie.
What's happening? Good to be here.
I've been trying to get these three on this podcast for a very, very long time, because when I go to work, I have to let my spider sense go. And these three hear me talk to them all day. They're like, bro, we are trying to work. We have things to do other than to talk about why Silver Surfer is silver. So
absolutely.
So I'm going to refer to I refer to them as the Logans, but go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
I'm Kristy.
I'm Shay. And we're the Logans.
Yes.
Massive Marvel fans. Me since the womb. Kristy just recently.
What?
I'm just kidding. No. Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, yes, I started a little bit into Marvel because you liked it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You marry into it.
Yes, you should marry into it.
Yeah. Nothing will cause a divorce quicker than Marvel and DC couple getting together. It just doesn't work.
There you go.
Absolutely.
How long have you guys been married?
9 years.
Yes, almost 9 years.
You see that, selectors, how the husband answered quickly and firmly? It was like 9 years.
Yes.
Our anniversary date is our iPad login and our phone login. And I know our anniversary date because I have to log in through my phone every day.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Mark, that's a good way to remember.
There you go. Husbands, there's your tactic.
There you go. It is. I have not, as a segue, I have not mentioned this to Saintboy Reggie yet, but I would also like to get his wife on here just because saw. What did we see together? The last movie we saw
Black Widow.
We saw Black Widow, and she has amazing opinions on.
No, she doesn't.
She has. I was going to send her the link, bro. I was lobbing him a softball pass. Yeah, she's great. She's awesome. Nope.
My wife is the easiest person to please when it comes to movies. She's like, was there action? Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was good. It wasn't good. Well, that's her.
That is her. That's awesome. Saintboy, tell us more a little bit about your Marvel background.
My Marvel background is not as wide as everybody else is here. I'm extremely skeptical about everything. It's hard to please me. So, I guess I'm the negative wrench in the chain, or whatever you want to call it. The guy who comes in and doesn't understand, is lost. Like they'll be at work talking about Marvel, and I'll just be sitting there like I question why am I on this podcast. Like, I'm here. Let's get it.
You have to be, because we'll get in like La La Land. You know, I think you do need like some kind of voice of reason every once in a while. You know, especially when you're questioning like every single thing, and you just go, "It's just a movie." Like, oh, okay.
Right. So let's go. We'll start with Saintboy Reggie on this. What is your what's your favorite Marvel movie, and what's your least favorite? Notice I didn't say the one you don't like, but your least favorite.
Oh man, my favorite Marvel movie is probably Captain America: Winter Soldier. I think that's when they kind of turned the tables of kind of that kiddie, super, lame jokes and stuff like that. Like they still had that stuff in there. Obviously, they still appeal to kids and stuff, but I feel like it kind of got gritty. Like Cap was killing people. I was like, yo, like they never done this stuff before. So and just the story, the plot line was really good. I think Winter Soldier is definitely my favorite. My least favorite? Now, are we talking just Marvel? We're not talking like Sony, right?
I think you could put anything that's had the Marvel tag on it. So that includes Blade 2. That includes Spider-Man 3.
My probably least favorite Marvel movie, if we're going in that realm, has to be Fantastic Four. Those movies were hot garbage. Terrible.
Wait, which one though?
Like the newer one, or like the first one?
Or you're just combining them both.
Did you never see the second one?
I haven't seen the remake they haven't done. I haven't seen that one just because I heard it was really bad. So I was like, I'm not gonna waste my time.
It was really
bad. But the old ones, like back in the early 2000s, Jessica Alba, those are terrible. Terrible.
All right. Well, we'll start this time with Shay. How about Shay?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Favorite Marvel movie? Man, I think it's tie, I would say. I'm looking at it, and I agree with Reggie, on definitely Winter Soldier's up there for me. But I'm a big GOG fan. I love Guardian of the Galaxy. I think it was one of the best, just good movies they made, because I think it drew people into to be fans a little bit more. Maybe they hit on some dynamics they never hit before. So I think Guardian of the Galaxy, probably one of my top favorites, because they casted it right too, and it was just a good thing. But it's hard to really compete with Winter Soldier and definitely Endgame. But I think it's one of my favorite there. Least favorite, I actually can't stand the Hulk. I don't like the Hulk. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought, which one?
Huh?
No.
Which one?
Hulk where he fought the dogs, or Hulk with Edward Norton?
Oh, I can't stand Eric Bana.
That movie was bad.
It was horrible. It was trash.
Wait, is that the first one? Is that the first one?
That's the first one.
Yeah.
One that they don't count, but they do.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing though. The Hulk is so iconic that I was so mad that they didn't do anything well with it. But, it's just kind of like those ones, like, it just stinks. But, Fantastic Four is horrible, but there's always hope.
Sure.
Yeah.
Kristy?
So we watch Winter Soldier a lot. That's a big one. I think Infinity War has to be just a little bit above, just because of just how dramatic the whole storyline is. My least favorite is, I don't know, who knows. I do not like Far From Home Spider-Man. I don't like it. I know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's not low on the list, but it's not good.
It's like I
disagree.
I guess I never really I saw Fantastic Four, but I think I'm a little younger, so I don't know if I remember them as well. But I think the reason why I don't like it so much is because of the era that it's in. It came after Infinity War and Endgame, and then I just feel like it just missed the mark. Yes, it did. It did.
It's a forgettable movie for me too. Like
it's not. It's just I don't mind Jake Gyllenhaal and everything like that. I just don't like that he was suckered the entire time. It just doesn't rub me the wrong way.
The kid was mourning. He just lost his mentor. Jeez, easy.
It's one of my least favorites.
But see, they brought back J. Jonah Jameson, so
I know there's
nuggets
nuggets
that you can't even put it in a bad category.
I put it in a bad category.
No, it's good. You're wrong.
That's my opinion.
Wrong.
That is her opinion, and she's sticking with it.
Yeah.
So for me, a lot of selectors, we talk about this all the time, but for me, my favorite movie was actually Endgame is there because we finally got the Avengers Assemble moment. I have to go with Captain America Civil War. And I know a lot of people are like, how could you pick Civil War over Winter Soldier? To me, those are like Civil War and Winter Soldier to me are like one movie. But I remember sitting in the theater watching Civil War, and I mean, this was the first time that I'd seen a movie where so many characters were introduced and it didn't feel overpacked. Like once we got to the Black Panther, where he's like, I'm Black Panther, I was like, this is awesome. And I realized like, okay, Bucky, they're fighting and everything. And I was like, they haven't introduced Spider-Man yet. Like, I don't want this to end. And then they introduced Spider-Man, and then I just cried. It was just so that moment specifically is like my favorite Marvel moment, because I was like, man, like I don't want to leave this world at that point. My least favorite Marvel movie ever out of all of them is actually that Fantastic Four reboot.
So bad.
Michael B. Jordan is in that movie, and my expectations were like, yes, this is gonna be it. Michael B. Jordan's in it, and honestly, the movie just ends. Like, it's like, hey, Dr. Doom, we're gonna fight.
Yeah.
And then it's just like over.
Yeah.
Like, I remember looking at my wife going, are the credits really rolling? Like, they just didn't finish the movie. Like, this is crazy. Yeah. So that movie is, if you've ever watched that movie, they should probably send you money back.
Yeah.
It is terribly, terribly bad. Now, I have recently watched Blade 2. Blade 2 is terrible. We mentioned the original Fantastic Four movies. Those are bad, but it has Chris Evans in it, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That was young, fresh Chris Evans. It wasn't good Chris Evans now. You know what I'm saying?
He made it. He made it okay, I guess.
Yeah. Another honorable mention or dishonorable mention is, and I loved it at the time, but watching it again is the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck.
Oh, that's trash.
There are so many times.
Knew that.
Oh man. I mean,
we know that from Batman vs Superman. Don't get me started on that.
Yes.
He needs to stay away from superhero movies.
Yeah.
Just stay away, man.
The Snyder Cut though.
Yeah, but the Snyder Cut made him a better Bruce Wayne.
That's true.
Did.
Except for the end credit scene, he was a really cool hardcore Batman. But that was pretty sick. That was my favorite part. Kristy fell asleep. She fell asleep. She didn't get to see the cool interaction.
It was really long.
That was like the best interaction between him and the Joker. I was like, you were just waiting for that.
Side note on that, I just wish with Batman we could get like an even Batman. Either like he's telling jokes, which he should never do, or he's dropping the F-bomb. And I'm like, can we get a Batman that's like in the middle?
Yes.
We had it. His name was Christian Bale.
We did. But
the best Batman.
Looking at Christian Bale now, I'm like, man, that dude needed a sandwich.
Yeah.
He's really thin. Anyway, he was skinny though. Let's move back to the biggest news. Everybody's wanting to hear from us on this. What did you guys think of the Spider-Man Far From Home, No Way Home, Homecoming sequel? Can we just call this Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3? Sheesh.
I know. We need to by now.
Yes.
The No Way Home trailer.
The Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 we've needed.
Mhm.
Yes.
Not
That
the
we
other
don't
ones.
deserve, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually really hyped. You know, like I said, I'm kind of super skeptical about these superhero movies and stuff like that. It just hits the nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? You brought J. Jonah Jameson or whatever back, the original guy from the old movies, and then now you're bringing back, you know, Toby and Andrew and all this stuff. Like, I'm hype. I feel like the plot could probably be terrible, and I'd still be happy just because Toby's in it, man. For me, Toby's like the best Spider-Man ever. Like, for me, like, and I think that's just nostalgia. I think it's just nostalgia speaking.
Yeah.
But you know, it was like that was like the turn of like Spider-Man came in, and that's when Marvel movies, like, that's when we've gone down this whole journey. You know what I'm saying? Of wow, they actually put out a good Marvel movie, you know, with Toby, and so you know, I'm really hyped. I thought the trailer was dope, and that was a teaser, wasn't it? It wasn't necessarily a trailer; it was the teaser.
That's what they said.
The teaser. That was
Yeah.
only the
So
teaser.
the best
Holland
teaser
came
I've
out-
ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Tom Holland came out today actually and said this is only the tip of the iceberg.
Mhm.
So I think we can. I want to get to the Logans on that too, but I think we can all honestly say Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are going to be in this movie, right? They didn't show them,
Oh, yeah.
but can we all agree you can't have
Absolutely.
William Dafoe?
Yeah.
You can't bring the bad guys and not the Spider-Mans.
Right.
Yeah, that'll make
Yeah.
sense.
I mean,
That wouldn't make any sense.
He's going to need help because he's going to have to fight everybody. So,
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I think they'll probably play into that. But I think Sandman protects Peter. I don't think he's evil in this one because I think he was protecting him. But, you know, it's something I just grabbed. But could be wrong. But it looked like, you know, he might have some help from the Sandman, which would be cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, Sandman's in this?
Yeah, you have to look at
You have
it.
to like
Where?
slow it down.
Yeah, slow it down.
Really? Okay.
So
See, I
a lot
missed
of fans are fighting over, is that Sandman? So there's electricity that
that. Electro.
happens, and when I watched it again, I'm like, is this Electro? First of all, because you see you know, the cables or the, what do they call that, the electric grid above that part, and I'm like, all right, did a transformer blow up or is that Electro? And then
Pikachu.
again, it's just, it's literally, there's a lot of memes going around about that because Green Goblin's, you know, his pumpkin bomb looks like a Pokeball, and it's like, yeah, Pikachu's gonna jump out of this, and
It does look like a Pokeball.
but yeah, I mean, is that Electro and Sandman, or is it just, you know, electricity and it hits the ground? I'm going all the way in. The other big thing, and we kind of pointed this out, shout out to Elmo 172331 on this, is we notice that there's a really dark scene and there's something kind of behind him, and there's like a portal, and people are saying it's the lizard from the Andrew Garfield series, or it's Venom. So I guess I'll throw that to the Logans. Did you guys notice that? Who do you think that is?
I think it's Lizard. I think he's coming in this one. Yeah, because I think it'd make more sense. I don't think they're not going to bring in Venom right now. It'd kind of be, I guess, not as epic as Tom Hardy having his own movie, you know. So I don't think he's ready for the Sinister Six yet. So but we'll see.
I had, like, as I was thinking about the electricity scene, I actually don't think that moment is Electro, because if you watch the old movie, it's more of a white, like, doesn't he like more of like has like this white light? So it just looked a little too, I don't know. I think they're trying to throw people off on that. You know how they do that, trying to throw people off. So I don't necessarily think it's Electro, but I think he's going to be in it, obviously. But I definitely think I saw Sandman.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, I think Sandman's protecting him from Electro. That's why it
Maybe.
seems like
Maybe.
that.
Yeah. And we think Thomas Hayden Church. I think that was the original actor, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can recast that stuff that frustrate people. But,
Yeah. That would be really frustrating. And one other theory that's kind of crossed my mind is we've seen a lot of Peter Parker. I wasn't expecting to see the Iron Spider suit with the arms and stuff as much, but I'm wondering if maybe that's not Peter, not the MCU's Peter, because we do see him.
Yes, because his suit was like wrecked in Endgame.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well done, there.
I think he probably could fix it by then. I mean,
You would hope so. You would hope so.
yeah.
I think Venom is in the movie.
Okay.
So if you go to the scene, now I could be wrong. Like I said, my knowledge is not that great. But I get he has all these different suits. But in one of the scenes he's running, it looks like he has a black suit on with the white spider logo. That's the Venom look. So I think Venom might be in the movie. Like, I feel like how would you have a Venom suit without Venom? You know what I'm saying?
It could be the Spider Monkey suit.
Spider Monkey.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's black.
it's just, I think it gets too confusing. If you have all these different suits, like he's Iron Man, like you got all these armors, like you're not Iron Man, bro. You're Spider Man. Like, come on. Like, I get Iron Man was your inspiration and all that stuff. That's cool, but you're not Iron Man. You're Spider Man. Like, I think they got to rein it back. Like, this man has more clothes than I do. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of clothes in the closet. That's a little too much. You know. So it's like I could be wrong, but to me, it's like that iconic black Spider-Man suit is Venom. You can't put that on anything else.
And that's what's been a little frustrating for me with this series is that obviously with behind the scenes, you know, I think Sony gets the rights to like toy merchandise. Marvel gets the money from the movies. It seems like they're like, let's throw them in as many costumes as we can so we can make all these different figures. You know, I remember back in the 90s, they just made different Batman toys. Like, and they slapped the same, you know, the box said Batman Returns on it, but you had, you know, swimming Batman, you had all these other characters that weren't in the movies, but it had the official movie license on it. You didn't have to throw it into the movie. And specifically the black suit. Again, the black suit has so much significance. When we had him as Spider Monkey or whatever he was in the last movie, I was just like, okay, it's Shield issued. That's cool. That's fine. Let's get him back into the Spider-Man because I want Spider-Man to look like Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Then in this one, again, this new suit, there's leaked toys of him. He's in a black suit again, but it's like trimmed in gold. And I'm like, so what are you guys doing? Like, right. Like that, the black suit means a lot to us. Now I get it that they're kind of teasing us, but I would love if that was Venom personally, because my biggest thing, maybe not my biggest thing, but one of my biggest issues with Venom is that it's like his suit is like veins. I'm like, would you guys just put it on Peter Parker? Like, hurry up. Like, we all want to see that. And what could top a Sinister Six movie is a Maximum Carnage movie where it's Carnage versus Venom versus Spider-Man. That's they need to do that. Let's shift gears just a little bit over to Venom. Venom may be getting delayed. It's not confirmed yet. It got delayed like 2 weeks, but now the rumor is now that Spider-Man No Way Home, gotta think of the date, that Venom may actually shift to January and they'll move Morbius. And this is the Sony films. Morbius will probably move till after Doctor Strange. How do you guys feel about this Venom movie?
This is more your lane here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always excited to see, you know, Venom because he's just so iconic in the Spider-Man stuff. I mean, you know, I really enjoyed Tom Hardy. I don't know, man. I have mixed feelings on this movie. I mean, I like the first one. I don't know if it's just going to be I don't know what they're going to do, but I mean, I've got mixed emotions about it. I don't think I'm as excited as I am to see Spider-Man, but I mean, I think it's going to be okay. I'm not like I'm not putting a lot of expectations in it. So if it's really great, I'll be happy, you know. But so I'm not trying to give my hopes up, because if this movie stinks, I'm gonna be sad. So
right. I think you gotta, these movies like Venom and stuff, they're cool. They were cool for a time, but now that Marvel and their universe is so big, like all these Sony Marvel movies that are coming out that don't tie in with the universe, like I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, oh, here's Tom Hardy, he's Venom. Oh, yeah, it's great. Does it tie in? No, it's just our own thing. Like, bro, I have no interest in this at all.
Yeah,
like,
give us what we want.
Yeah, if they would somehow tie in Tom Hardy with this movie, I don't know, it could be 2 seconds, a little cameo or something like that. If Venom is in it and he gets on him, dude, that'd be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Because they were supposed to originally do that in the first, and apparently they cut it. I don't know if that. Remember, they were supposed to have Tom Holland in the first, and then they cut it, or they never.
Or they rumored that.
Just they to rumored make you go
it. See the movie.
Yeah, just to be. Right. To make us go see the movie in Aurora. Remember, we went to go see it with the staff.
Oh yeah.
So we went to go see it in with all the staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any movie that doesn't tie in with the universe now, I'm just kind of like,
yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. And that's the way I kind of feel, kind of going back to Black Widow, is it tied in, but we didn't care as much, if at all, because it's not moving the narrative forward. And everything that I'm hearing from Shang-Chi is like, this moves the narrative forward. Now, the timing of Spider-Man may have kind of hindered that a little bit, but reviews are really high. Kristy and I were talking about how the Rotten Tomatoes score is really, really high on Shang-Chi because it moves the story forward. At this point in time, for me, I'm like, I don't want to see anything before Endgame anymore. Like, we know how that ends. Let's close that book, that comic book, and let's move forward here, because, and we might be seeing kind of with WandaVision and Falcon, Captain America, and the Winter Soldier, maybe they're all happening at the same time. But either way, it's moving. We're moving forward. I don't want to hear about Thanos. That's kind of what turned me off with Eternals, because he's an Eternal or something like that. I'm like, listen, I'm done with the big purple dude. Let him play Cable in Deadpool. Like, yeah. let's move the story forward at this point. Would you guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I'm always torn with this. I mean, I think like Thanos was so iconic, you know, and still is in those movies. Like, I wouldn't mind if Josh Brolin did it again, but if it's in the Internals and it's not have to do with the Avengers, that might be pretty cool. I mean, I love Josh Brolin as Thanos, but I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see him, you know, in that aspect. But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like, one thing I appreciated about Black Widow is I think it just was a really cool, great movie, you know. But like, yeah, I mean, I definitely want to move forward. I think they're both going to have their elements, but it'd be cool to see Thanos come back, because I just feel like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like being Thanos who he was in, you know, 2 movies, it's like, you know, where he was really, you know, in it. And so, but I mean, I'd be okay with it. But yeah, I mean, I want the storyline to move forward. And so hopefully we get there.
You could say he's inevitable.
Yeah.
He's inevitable.
Or just maybe, I don't mind like small flashbacks that answer questions. That's the thing. Like going back for a little bit and maybe answering a small question that everyone's always talked about. Like, you know, where did Thanos come from? Here he came from. Okay, then it's
because I like them being good in the What If series. I mean, that was pretty cool. I mean, that was like kind of like funny just to see really real funny. Quick, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Reggie hasn't watched it yet.
Oh, sorry.
No, I have not.
You didn't hear any.
It's not like it's like.
It's not like,
it's not like slow. Right?
It's not where like you figure out that Jack dies at the end of Titanic or anything. It's not like that. So.
I'll never let go, Jack. She lets him go.
Yeah, you could have fit him on that door, man. That door is big enough for 2 people.
Ridiculous. Yeah. And then they bring Celine Dion in. I was like, give me a break.
Hey,
All
but
right.
reality is, no white old woman would throw that expensive jewelry in the water. Though we all know the truth.
Oh no.
I mean, we know it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you said it. You know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey, disclaimer. That was not that. Yeah, we're just gonna moving on. Awkward segue here. Let's kind of end it out.
I
here.
think the only thing that I would want to see that has to do with the Thanos era or whatever. I think Kristy talks about it a lot of time. I would love this series of Captain America returning the stones.
That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Other than that, I don't want to see it.
Because here's where I'm. How come the Red Baron was? How come the Red Baron was talking about fighting Captain America and we never saw that? So I'm thinking that's having to do with him returning the stones.
Oh, Red Guardian.
Different timelines.
Yeah, Red Guardian. Sorry. What did I say?
But it's like he can't
Said
come
Baron.
back into the timeline. That goes against the end game thing.
I know, but that was the only thing confusing me about Black Widow that he talked about.
I think he's just lying.
No, he said he knew Cap. So,
Well, but if you think about it, he returned the stones and he went back to the 40s to be with
yeah,
Peggy, right?
that's what I'm saying. That's why I think
So,
he did it.
and
Yeah.
and that whole time he was still Cap, so he had to fight that guy at some point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's very true. That's very true.
Give us the
I
series, Disney. Make it happen.
Yeah.
I would also say too, why didn't, and I know you're going through Loki now, but why didn't the TVA go after him? Now I get he was supposed to do it, and you'll kind of find out more about this Saintboy, but I don't get it. It's like this man is messing with timelines, especially because the Ancient One told Hulk, he was like, or she was like, look, if you guys don't return these stones or you die, like it's a wrap on the universe. And then Captain America's just like, cool, I'm gonna return these stones. They're back where they should be, but I'm gonna just chill with my lady. Let Bucky go through all the stuff he went through. Like 9/11 happens, Captain America isn't doing anything. Like, bro, what are you doing?
I don't know if they wouldn't be able to do anything to Thanos.
Right.
I mean, that's why they didn't go after him. But they had all the stones in that drawer, so it was like, I don't know if they really cared that much, but Thanos probably would have just wrecked him. I don't know. It's like,
I don't know. Also, how many times they traveled through the quantum realm? Did not one of them ever like see? And I don't know how this works, but did anyone see the TVA? Like, I feel like we saw it in 2 different places in one movie with what's her face? What's the mom from Ant-Man? The
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer,
Mhm.
and then doesn't Ant-Man like it's possibly it's just I feel like you would kind of see that traveling through the quantum realm. I don't know.
Right,
That's just
right.
me.
And know something.
8 people went through it. Like,
Yeah. And that's another thing that we're still missing is who was the employer in Ant-Man. Ant-Man's like got a lot of stuff that we still don't know. So I guess it'd be okay to go and
Yeah.
I think we lost Saintboy. His internet may have dropped, but I want to toss to I had a great question for you guys. Who's someone or some people to kind of lead the question a little bit that you want to see in the MCU that you haven't seen yet?
I would say seen well. It's going to be definitely Mr. Fantastic. I just think, whatever the case may be with who plays him, that would be epic. I mean, again, we've seen Silver Surfer. I mean, Fantastic Four done well. I mean, man, there's just so much that I don't think anything, like, I just would want to see it all. Maybe not Squirrel Girl.
that was literally the first thought in my head.
Was you going to want to see her?
I think she's funny in the Lego games.
Yeah.
She has like a big squirrel. I like it.
Anna Kendrick wants to play her.
See, yes,
See,
I like it.
that's going to be like,
I'm here for it.
I don't know. They need to find another Scarlett Johansson to play a female character in this systematic universe, because I don't know.
I have my answer, and I don't. Maybe it's one that's already rumored, but we don't know who she is. I'm ready to see Daenerys in Secret Wars.
Yeah,
I know it's already rumored, and it's kind of halfway confirmed, but I'm ready.
I don't know who she's playing.
We don't know yet, but I'm ready.
I hope she's playing Spider-Woman. If she's playing Spider-Woman, and spoilers, is a Skrull, that would be a great cast.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only seen like recaps of Game of Thrones, thanks to the three of you for sparing me from that last season, or really the last couple of episodes.
Took one for the team.
Yes. But her acting is really great. I actually liked her a lot in Solo.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm.
Don't get me started on Solo, man. That's one of my favorites, actually.
Yeah, that was pretty. And again, we've mentioned Star Wars. Saintboy. He's not the biggest Star Wars fan. We're gonna have him on for an episode of that because he wants to see the war. Where's the war in Star Wars? Give us the war.
That's all I want. It's called Star Wars. Star Wars. Where's the war?
Saintboy, my final kind of question here was, what's one character or characters that you haven't seen in the MCU that you want to still see? That maybe haven't been introduced yet.
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but my internet is acting super goofy, and you guys keep freezing.
We got you.
I had no idea what you just said, bro.
Okay. This is like a leading question for you one more time. Who's some characters or character that you want to see in the MCU that you haven't seen yet? Are we freezing?
He's gone, man.
I love it. I know you guys are probably listening to the podcast like, what's going on?
Yeah, right.
If you're listening, Saintboy is frozen.
Yes.
He's gone. I can already tell you his answer, because his answer is going to be the same answer that I have. It's the X-Men.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's true.
Where are the X-Men? Hurry up.
True.
Yeah.
Hurry up and give me the X-Men. I
right now.
Yeah. And listen, I'm not even opposed to bringing Hugh Jackman back.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I would even let's go with a mix of the cast. So we get Hugh Jackman, but we get the guy who played Magneto, younger Magneto.
You're talking about,
is it Eric something?
Eric.
No, that's his character name.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Michael Fassbender.
There we go.
Yes.
Fassbender, you got to bring back. I mean, I love Sir Ian McKellen, but Fassbender just kind of, he was iconic young Magneto. But see, if they bring him back, he's going to have to tie him with Scarlet Witch then. Right?
That's it.
That's the tough part.
That's it.
I'd love to see that, though.
You could easily say she's a variant in his universe that doesn't have powers.
Well, they almost set it up with the TV show, because we know those weren't her real parents. So here it is. They need to do it right now.
Right.
Wouldn't it be cool if Fassbender showed up in Doctor Strange?
Oh man.
I would lose it.
Another one I just thought of too is I heard some rumors about two of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters coming into Secret Wars, and that would redeem half of that show for me if they brought in some of those characters into some of the current MCU timelines. They're talking about the scientist girl.
Gosh, it's been so long.
Again?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Emma.
I think it was Emma. Yeah.
Gemma.
Gemma.
Okay.
So she's rumored to be in Secret Wars, and the main girl, the
girl
girl
of many names, Quaid,
yes,
and Daisy, and
yes.
Would y'all pick a name, please?
No, please. Because if you fell asleep at any point in that series and you're like, wait, I thought that was... Wait, what happened?
But they're rumored to come into that show. So I'm like, that would redeem Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the last part of the show. Seasons 4 through whatever season they ended on, because we didn't never finish it. But
now on that note, what would be a crazy surprise that just hit me is, so Mockingbird was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And if my memory serves me correctly, she marries Hawkeye at one point in time. So if she showed up in the Hawkeye series, now I know he's married to the other lady and all of that stuff, but if she just kind of showed up, you don't have to do the whole romance thing. But if she showed up in Hawkeye, I would probably go back and finish that show. That would that'd be really neat. Well, guys, this was awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. Shout out to Saintboy Reggie, who had some internet problems. Shout out to Falcon Broadband.
Gotta get that hotspot.
They took his internet with his cabinets. They were just gone.
That's it. I love to give an opportunity. You both own you have a podcast as well as a photography business. You guys want to plug that real quick or anything else?
Yeah. I have a podcast, the Bearded Pastor Podcast, just amazing opportunity just to encourage people. You know, you don't have to be a pastor in ministry or anything like that. Just come listen. It's just an opportunity for encouragement. There's interviews on there. People have lost children, to just some amazing stories on there. So yeah, if you want to check out the Bearded Pastor Podcast, I'm on Instagram. Check it out there. So a bunch of fun stuff there. But she's the more talented one.
Yeah, I have my Kristy Logan photography business, serving Colorado Springs and the surrounding areas, as like I say. So
if you pay, we'll drive.
Beautiful.
Families, weddings, lifestyle, newborn, headshots, things like that. So yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. And where can they contact you?
Oh yes, at Kristy Logan Photography on Instagram or KristyLoganPhotography.com.
Yeah, check it out. Good pictures.
Thanks.
Amazing work.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then I'll plug Saintboy Reggie. Specifically, he is on Cross Centered Records. You can find more of his music specifically at crosscenteredrecords.com. I promise you again, it's better than his internet. He's a great guy. And you guys will be hearing from all four of us, very, very soon, and more podcasts as things drop. Of course, I'm Select Screen here. You can find us at linktr.ee/5elect5creen. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and the Cash App. Go Cash App. If you guys are enjoying this podcast, definitely subscribe and follow over there. Thank you again to my guests. We're going to wrap it up. Do two things for me, though. Be kind to one another. Remember to choose your destiny. My name is Select Screen, and I'm out.